Hello everyone, how are we doing? I hope everyone's doing great. We are going to work on our hen house quilt. We are on month 3, the chicken coop. So in your plastic baggie, you will have this and all your pieces that I have laid out. And you can just take off that cover, and then all the directions are clearly labeled here, detailed, wonderful. And they go ahead, because there's so many different colors, they use letters for each color, and I took out my letter stickers. These happen to be Lori Holt, but you can buy any letter stickers and just label your letters. I think that may be helpful. And we are going to go ahead and do stitch and flip corners. So we're going to start off with some stitch and flip corners. It tells you to pick up C, and we're going to do C, and then we are going to do G, and we are going to do F, and that's it. Okay, so for this, we're going to have our 3 colors. We are going to use J pieces. So these are my J pieces, and it tells you the size. So I'm going to come in here and measure and see what size this is, because I do need to do that. And yes, that's the size that I need, and I'm going to take those. And now we are going to stitch and flip the 2, so 6 pieces. So we're going to put that aside, and let's stitch and flip. And what we're doing is we are putting our pieces, laying them out, because the stitch and flip is going on different directions. There will be clear directions on where the stitch and flips. So I know that I have to have stitch and flips on this side. And let's get that. And then stitch and flips on this side. And I think I have one extra, so we'll just put that aside. And we are going to pick up our square, and we are going to put it, this is the vertical, we are going to put it over here. And I'm going to show you a little trick. I find this helps me out. If I could find it, let's see. So you can get bottles like this and add glue to it, or you could just take a glue stick, and then I just come in and put just a little dab on the corner so it doesn't interfere with my stitching. For little teeny tiny pieces like this, I'm not using a bonus HST. So when I'm not using a bonus HST, and some of you who followed me for a while know what I mean about that. If you do an HST or a flip and stitch, you have extra in the corner, and then you could put another seam and get what they call a bonus HST. So I come in here, and this is the perfect time to buy some glue sticks, because right now school is starting, so all these items always are on sale. So here we are. You have to excuse me. I have some allergies. I've come home and the allergies have hit me. All right, I'm going to keep this out because it looks like I'm going to probably be using this. So now I have all my corners glued in, right? Not the whole thing, just the little corner. And now I will come in here. Now I have that seam tape, diagonal seam tape. It looks like this. And I have that. I use something that's like this on my machines, my antique machines. I actually have this thing called a Sew Straight. Lori Holt makes one. So I do not mark the diagonal, but in the instructions, they have you. And I will show you. You would just come in here and mark your diagonal and then sew right on, right before the line, just a hair. Again, I'm using my diagonals. And some of you probably have sewn long enough that you could just probably even do it by eye. It's a tiny square. So we're going to come in here. So now I have all my stitch and flips, and I'm going to come in here with my thread cutter because I just chain stitched all those. And I'm going to cut my threads. And I will put these aside. At this point, your directions will tell you to cut 1/4 inch away and iron, but I just want to do that all at one time. So I'm going to put these aside because there's another color, excuse me, that they have you do, and it is letter D. And you have 2 of these, 3 of these actually, but we are only going to, let's see. Nope, we're going to use all 3. So on these pink ones, we are going to take our little squares, so fabric C, and then our little squares of G, and then our little squares of F. And we are going to flip and stitch this all on one side. So again, I'm going to take my glue stick. I wish I had a smaller one because this is a little big, but we're going to go with it. So we're going to put a little glue on the side, face down. Now, I can't do the other side, so I know I put a little glue there, it doesn't matter, because I have to do one side at a time. So here we are. I glued the one side. I'm going to put these aside, set these aside for a little bit. And again, we're going to flip and stitch. This video may be a bit longer, so if I'm boring with you, which is totally fine because I understand, you can always fast forward. But I'm doing this in case if you bought this kit, because you can buy this kit at Fabric Hut. I will have things linked on how to get them. You know, you could follow along with me. So now we have done this, and we are going to take this and we are going to press. And the directions will tell us exactly what to do. And here we are. We are going to press these out. And if you have a clapper, which I do, because Gina gave you one, this would be a good time to use it as well. I just don't have it with me. And we are going to clip 1/4 inch away. And see, you only have very little scrap. I'm not using that. It's way too small. It's going into the doggy bed. And then now I'm going to come in here and I'm going to put a little dab of glue in the corners and look at my colors to make sure that I've done them right. I'm also looking to make sure that I've done mine right. Put these in the corner. And there we are. So now I'm going to go across again. We're going to flip and stitch this. And here we are. So now, again, I'm going to take these apart. I'm going to set these aside because we have more stitch and flips to do. So we'll finish those off. The next step is that we are going to take these, and we are going to put a C square. So we'll grab one of those, and that's one unit. So we have that. And then we are going to grab a G square and put that aside, and an F square. Now when we have these, so we just need one of these and one of these. Okay, so we'll put the rest of these aside, and we're going to stitch and flip these. Now how we're going to stitch and flip these, we're going to set these down like that, and we want to make the stitch and flip go this way, just like that. So therefore we are going to sew from this end to this end. I like to start at the big piece instead of this piece, because sometimes that gets caught into your feed dogs, or you could use a leader. That always works as well. So this is a little different than any of my other videos, because we were making multiple blocks on the other one video, and in this video it's like every block is unique. So we're just going to come in here and stitch and flip these. Now these are big enough to do a bonus HST if you like. So you know what, I'm going to go ahead and let's double check that I did this right. Before we cut anything, you always want to double check. So I did not do this right. This is why we double check. Look at, oh, this one I did right. This one's right, and this one's right. See, because they're supposed to be like this. But look at this. This is wrong. So that. We definitely cannot use that. So we are going to come in here, and we are going to, I don't have my electric guy. I have to buy some of those. So we're going to come in here the old-fashioned way, and we are going to seam rip this. And this is why we never just go ahead and cut. It's a good lesson, or even put that second, the second HST seam, because then you'd have to do this twice. See, even I make mistakes, and it's good I show you that I make mistakes, because I'm also showing you how you can fix your mistake. So we have all this, we pulled all that out, and the same thing, just get rid of these loose ends, and here we are. So let's try this again. So we're going to put this down, and we are going to sew corner to corner, looking that you're doing it correct, and we're going to come right across. And then now, see, I want to see that they look just like the picture, and now we have it correct. See? So now I'm going to come in here and put another seam about 1/2 inch away, so I can have what is considered a bonus HST. And then I could size it down and use it for anything. You could somehow incorporate it in the back of your quilt if you would like. I will be having a video on how to use bonus HSTs because one of my projects is I just kind of made up this quilt, and we will be doing an adventure on that. So here we are. So now I have two. It's not in the directions. I'm just doing it for myself. Again, I'm putting these aside because we'll cut those later. Now we are going to make one at a time HSTs, and we have to gather some J squares. There we are. And then we have to gather 3 D squares. So that's this here. 1, 2, and 3. 3 D squares of that color. And then we are going to come in with 1 C square. So I'm going to look for my C. 1 C square. And it tells you right here. So 1 C square. We need 1 G square. And we need 1 F square. And this we're going to make one at a time. And then that goes with that. But we're going to make more one at a times. We are then going to take our 3D squares, which are these, and we need 1 C square, which is purple, turquoise, and orange. And we are going to make one at a time squares with that. So here we are. We are going to come in, and to make these, they recommend, let's see what they recommend. Before I tell you what I'm going to do, because it's important you read directions. And I did, yes, I was right. Okay, so they just drew a line on these. And they went for it. And then I'm just going to go for it. I am going to use my table here. And again, I am going to go ahead and make a bonus HST out of this. So I'm going to come in here. And I'm going to go ahead and do that. Oops. I can't get that going. What is going on here? There we are. Next one. I just line up when I'm using this. I just line up my tips, and I take my time. There's no rush. Well, there might be for you who is watching this. I don't want it to drag on, but you know, we have to get some things. Today, it's like my feed dogs don't want to work. There we are. Doesn't like the tips. Put that there. There it is. And we have our last one with the white, and then I'm going to put these over on the side. Oh boy. You know what? Not sure what's going on with my, there it is. Sorry, I'm spending so much time fighting with my machine. So now we're going to take our 3 Again, double check. Always good to double, triple check. Yes, and that was D. So I'm using my last 3 D squares. And we are coming in here. I'm going to come in here and do the next one. And line it up. I'm finding if I keep my needle up at this point, it's helping me out. Here we are. Okay, I have those. Yay! Boy, my machine was giving me a problem. Look at them. So I have them all. As you could see, look at all those threads. So I'm going to come in here, cut my threads because we have long chains. And that normally does not happen, but you know, it's the power of this of filming, right? So I'm going to do a bonus HST. So I'm going to come in here, and again, I'm going to sew about a 1/2 inch away. You could just put these in your little dog bed pieces. You do not have to do this. It's, again, not in the directions. Just wanted to show you how you could, if you wanted to, make a bonus HST. And we're going to come in here. And again, I am not going to iron any of this because I just don't want to waste the time to stop sewing. Some have asked me how I make quilts so fast. This is one of the ways. I try to do a lot of stuff so I'm not stopping and doing another task, stopping and doing another task. All right. So now we have the bonus HST seam in, and I'm going to just come in here and do that. So we have that here. And we'll put this aside. Now, the next thing we are going to make is a 1/4 square triangle. So we do need to now iron. Now is the time to iron because we need these units in order to proceed. So I come in here, set my seam, and press my HST, and then I will go in and cut that bonus HST off. So now you are seeing that I'm just setting the seam here just to kind of move things along. And while I'm there, even though I just need these, we're just going to go ahead and press these. I'm going to set the seam there. And then I just set these aside. Again, after setting it, I will cut it because I like to make sure this looks exactly how it should. And here we are. So we have all these little pieces. Let's see how this goes together. I will cut those when we need them. We don't need them right now. Now I'm going to come in here and cut off my bonus HST and that little bit of thread and put those aside. I know some of you like to do it before, so you do what makes you happy. I just wanted to double check that everything is exactly as it should be. In case if I need to tweak anything, it's easier for me to tweak it now. You know, this is a pre-cut quilt, so if you make a mistake, it's okay, but there's no extra pieces that I've seen in here. So that's why I like to double check everything. And coming in here. And look at how beautiful. The colors are so beautiful. And if you like paisley, this is a good quilt. Here's all my bonus HSTs. I'm just going to put them aside. And now we're going to go back to the directions. And it is going to give you and tell you. So we're going to come here with a white square. And we're going to put it that way. And so I just pressed these, and really they're saying to press open, the seams open. I missed that spot, so I'm just going to come in here. It's not a problem. I'm going to come in here and press seams open. That's not my favorite thing to do, but it is possible. So we have where the pink and the white is down, and then the purple is touching the pink and the white is touching the pink. So I'm going to come in here and I am going to pin. Being that these seams are open, I come right at the seam and out the other way at the seam. Because we are going to cut, we're going to sew and then cut a 1/4 inch away. So we have one like that. Then we are going to repeat that again with the 2. So we're going to come in here and open the seam. There we are. And we're going to take 2 of these and do the same. There we are. This is why it's good to read. So we're going to take our pink where it's up, and we are going to take our turquoise that's touching the pink. Just want to double check that this is doing what it's supposed to. Yep. And then we're going to come in here. Like I said, I am pinning at this point because we have open seams and I want to make sure that my fabric is supposed to be where it's at. And I come in here, I put in my pin and out the other way. You should see if it's going right into the seam. So I have that. I have another pink on the top, white at the bottom. I'm going to take my orange to touch the pink. And then the pink on the bottom is touching the white part. I hope that makes sense. And we're coming across again. Make sure, and there we are. So we have those already for a quarter square triangle. We are putting these aside, not sure where we're using them yet, but we're going to put them in our pile. And then we are going to come in and we are going to sew from point to point. And this is going to make a quarter square, one at a time, quarter square. I wonder, I probably could make a bonus teeny tiny. That would really be tiny though. Quarter square triangle. I don't think I'm going to do that. Sometimes you just have to let it go. Again, you can draw the line and sew on the line. I just used my machine here. And I want to press this before I cut anything off, because I want to make sure it looks just like the picture. And here it is. And it does. It looks just like the picture. See? So I will come in here. And again. So we have 3 that have the pink on the sides, the white on the bottom, and the color on top. So now I'm coming in here and I am going to trim a 1/4 inch away. And honestly, I'm just going to put this in my dog beds pile. And I have these ready to go, and I will put these aside. Now there's one other step. It says we're going to take the H and we're going to make flip and stitch flying geese. And I have 3 of them. And I'm using all 3. And I'm going to use my J squares. And I'm going to go ahead and make flip and stitch. So I am making flying geese. And they are right here again. Flip and stitch. You can draw the diagonal on there. And we are going to go ahead and do these. So if you've noticed, while we're making this quilt, they're showing us many different ways to do different things, right? They showed us how to do a 4 at a time flying geese, or I showed you, but they use 4 at a time flying geese. And now we're making 1 at a time flying geese. We did 8 at a time HSTs. And now we just did 1 at a time HSTs. So it's also very good for a beginner because they're teaching you different things, different methods, different ways of doing it. So here we are. And I'm going to go ahead. That got hot. So now that I know that it looks good, I'm going to come in here. And again, this is too tiny. If you are into micro sewing, you could make a bonus HST out of this. But boy, is that a micro thing. All right, so we're going to come on the other side. And we are going to sew, again, corner to corner diagonally. are making teeny, teeny, tiny little flying geese. This might have to be a two-part video because it's getting long. We're at 35 minutes, but it's basically you're sewing with me. You're sewing along, especially if you have purchased this kit. You might find this helpful. And there we are. So now we're going to, oh, I'm not taking my own advice, but I'm so confident that I did it right. Again, when I talk to you, I give you advice. It's not the law. There's no law. So many ways to do things. So we're going to clip that off and clip this one off. And here we are. We have our little teeny, teeny, tiny flying geese. We'll put those aside. Let's see what the next step of this quilt is. Now we are going to gather 3 fabric L's, which must be this, and 3 J's. Okay, and 3 J pieces, and we are going to sew these together. Just double checking what we're doing. All right. So we will sew these together. Make sure that's one level. And we're going to come in here 1/4 inch. And we're going to sew all the way down. Again, everything is pre-cut, so I'm just going in. And we're going to put this one in. And then we have this one right here, and there we are. And now we are going to press this. I'm going to press it to the dark. We're going to go with the dark. Doesn't tell me, so we're going to go with the dark because I don't want a shadow. Guess we'll figure things out when we put some stuff together. And some things it probably doesn't matter. And we are making this in real time, folks. I do not edit my video. So this is showing you how fast you can get pretty much a block done in a chunk of time. So we have that. And we're going to set that aside. So now I have all these other, I'm going to put these little stickers here. We have all these other pieces still. I'm just going to move them over, and then I'm going to put these finished pieces now. I have this little area I'm working on. And we're just going to put these pieces that we just finished here. And we're going to actually, now we're going to go ahead and cut off that bonus HST to give us the block we need, because it's assembling time. How exciting. So these bonus HSTs, we'll put that with that pile. And these little corners that I'm snipping off, this will go in my dog bag pile. And we are almost to the home stretch. There we are. All right, so we've cut all these. I'm going to put these on one pile. Excuse me, my nose is itchy. Put these on another. And then we have our strips here. Let's go for the assembly. So right now we are going to gather all our pieces, and we are going to start off with this piece here. We are going to take one of our J squares, and I'm going to actually put this out. You know what? I'm going to put it out on a design board. We're going to put this on the design board. So we're going to put our piece here, and then this is our J fabric. We are going to set, let's see what size. So sometimes you have to use your ruler to make sure you're grabbing the right one, and I am. We will put that there. Now we have this piece here. We have our flying geese. We need our square, our purple square. Oh, look at this, how cute. It's becoming a chicken. We have a chicken. Oh, that's not it. This one here. And then this one. And the diagram shows you completely what you're doing. Look at that. We have the top of the chicken. So I'm going to go ahead and put the whole thing on my board because they have you doing it in sections, which is totally cool. Absolutely cool. But, I want to do it this way. And then the bottom piece, we have this. I love that they have you do it in sections. And I'm going to do it in sections. It's just, I need instant gratification right now. I want to see the chicken. Did that wrong. Grabbed the wrong piece. There we are. And then we have this. This. And this. And this. And wait. The piece de resistance. Look, when you sew this up, what you get. You get this precious chicken. So you are going to do this 3 times, and then you are going to sew up the unit. So I am not going to waste your time sewing this chicken up. It tells you in the directions. You will be sewing a purple chicken, a teal chicken, and an orange chicken. So the next time you see me, these will be all sewed up, and we will go to month 4. I hope everyone is going to have a fabulous day. If you'd like to get this kit, and there's also rotary blades for $37.50 using my code, my link. I will have that all linked in the description. So you know what I'm going to say? Pass it forward. Take care of yourself. I always say take care of yourself first because that's the most important. You got to take care of yourself before you can even pass it forward. So take care of yourself. Pass it forward. And if you like what you see, please subscribe, like, and share my channel. Have a wonderful day. Bye.